The college soccer world is taking over Charlottesville as both the men and women are hosting the NCAA tournament. We'll start with the women, whose only loss this season came from Virginia Tech in the ACC tournament. Tonight, they're facing conference rival Wake Forest. The Cavaliers are inspiring young players and breaking attendance records here at KLOCKNER Stadium week in and week out, but they also have a huge target on their back going forward in the ACC tournament. They're the only unbeaten team in the nation, and they have that #1 ranking by their name. It's game time, Marty, and we're about an hour away from kickoff here at William Monroe High School as they get ready to host Charlottesville in Greene County. Western Albemarle's Kent Henry and 23 other seniors are trying to change the course of history here at Western tonight. They're going for their first back-to-back playoff win since, get this, 1979. So a lot on the line, and then they're on their way to a state championship. Virginia and Navy are about 30 minutes away from tip-off, and the midshipmen are going to have to bring it on offense. Virginia is ranked 5th nationally in scoring defense, allowing just 52 points per game, and the guys are also limiting their opponents to scoring just 32% from the field. It was a tough loss out here for the Hoos as they totaled more than 500 yards of total offense and had +3 turnovers, but it wasn't enough as the game turned into a 2-minute drill with a field goal that veered right. After a whirlwind of a season and most of their losses coming in the last moments of games, the team says what matters most is that they're peaking at the right time. Imagine you're 5 years old living on the streets of Ethiopia by yourself. You're so poor you have no family, nothing to eat, nor a place to sleep at night. Not to mention, you don't even know your own name because there's no one who knew who you were. This is the unbelievable reality of Covenant soccer star Gurma Baker up until a Charlottesville family changed his life.
You wake up in the morning, early morning, people will be rushing for work and you'll be rushing for find food to eat.
Gurma had no family, no income, and he didn't even have a name.
I got sick in the street and I went to Mother Teresa Hospital.
If you were really sick, you would stand outside the gates and the sisters would come out in the morning and take you in.
Give me a name there.
They said, here's your new name, Gurma.
Gurma's sponsor helped him pay for a bit of his schooling, but he worked different street jobs to fend for himself.
Sometimes I don't even attend school because I have to work.
Gurma kept his homelessness a secret until he was in 7th grade when his math teacher found him sleeping in the street.
She woke me up and she took me to her house.
She ended up telling the faculty in the school gave him more support.
But I don't want everybody looking at me down. If they know where I am from or who I am, they'll probably ignore me. I want to be on the same page with them.
Thankfully, the Bakers and their children traveled to Ethiopia from Charlottesville to teach English at an all-girls school. Needless to say, their only son, Benjamin, needed to be rescued from this female entourage.
They're great, but they are sisters. So.
Gurma's sponsor told Julie to meet him at the market, and Gurma's love for soccer rubbed off on Benjamin.
So he took me on a day trip to the zoo, to the soccer fields, all around the city.
After their day together, Julie Baker made it her mission to bring Gurma back to the States and adopt him.
He's an impressive figure, and you just sort of think, this is somebody I really want to come alongside.
What is it about you that made them call you?
I don't know. That's what the miracle is.
Gurma started school and soccer at Covenant his sophomore year. Now he's a senior and has offers to play Division I soccer in the fall. But that isn't his goal. Gurma wants to pay it forward and start an orphanage for street children in Ethiopia.
He understands the hardship that they're facing, so that's what we want to help him do.
That would be a great, huge thing for me. That would be will make me forever happy. The college soccer world is taking over Charlottesville as both the men and women are hosting the NCAA tournament. We'll start with the women, whose only loss this season came from Virginia Tech in the ACC tournament. Tonight, they're facing conference rival Wake Forest. It was chilly out there at KLOCKNER Stadium. Fans all bundled up for this one. Virginia had the edge in play in the first half, but didn't have anything to show for it. Here's a nice chance for Morgan Bryan, but she's denied. We have a scoreless game at halftime. Just seconds into the second half, the Hoos would draw first blood. It's Alexis Schapper with the ball here on the wing. Her crossing pass deflects off the post and right to Mackenzie Doniak. Doniak buries it, her team leading 19th goal of the year. Cavaliers are up 1-0. Just over 2 minutes later, the Hoos strike again. Danielle Colaprico with a pass up ahead to Schaffer. Schaffer with another nice centering pass. Morgan Bryan puts it in the back of the net. Her 15th goal of the season. That's all the Cavaliers needed. Virginia wins it 2-0, advancing to the NCAA quarterfinals.
Start to finish.
Virginia will host Michigan in the quarterfinals Friday at 7 o'clock. After claiming the 8th seed and a first-round bye, the Virginia men's soccer team is facing St. John's in the second round. When UVA played St. John's in the regular season, they beat them 2-0. Let's see if they can do it again. 35th minute, Eric Bird with a centering pass to Ryan Zekin. Sick header right there. That's his 4th goal of the season. The Cavaliers led 1-0 at halftime. 64th minute now, Scott Thompson on the corner kick. Doesn't get much prettier than this. Bird heads it past the Red Storm goalie to ice the Cavs' 2-0 win over St. John's. Virginia earns a spot in the round of 16 for the first time since 2009 and will face Marquette next Sunday. The guys say the win feels good after falling to Maryland 1-0 in the ACC championship.
All week in practice and professional.
Let's head over to John Paul Jones Arena, where the 15th-ranked Virginia wrestling team is battling it out with 8th-ranked Virginia Tech. UVA is leading 12-7 in the 165-pound class. It's Virginia's Nick Sulzer. He gets the gnarly takedown right there against the Hokies' Chris Moon. Sulzer beat Moon 20-8 by major decision. The Hokies kept it tight, but the Cavaliers upset Tech 19-16. Virginia volleyball also took on Virginia Tech at Memorial Gym. The Hokies barely won the first set, 25-23, but the Hoos would fire back. UVA junior Tori Janowski will slam down the spike right here. Cavaliers won the second game 25-19 to tie the match. Later, Virginia's Megan Beckwith sets up sophomore Kennedy McGrath perfectly. She's like, you guys aren't coming back. UVA goes on to beat Tech 3-1. This marks their first season sweep over the Hokies since 2009. The Virginia women's basketball team suffered a 68-58 road loss to West Virginia. The Cavs fall to 3-2 on the season. In the Cavaliers' 45-26 loss to Miami, Grayson Lambert outshined starting quarterback David Watford, raising the question, who's the right guy for the job? The Virginia men's basketball team is squaring off with Liberty for the first time since 2008. The 3-1 Cavs are bringing it on offense this year. Virginia is the only ACC team with its 5 leading scorers all shooting 50% or better. Here's Akil Mitchell killing it, getting ready for the game right there. The Wahoos had 5 3-pointers in the first half alone, which is more than they've had in a game all season long. Justin Anderson put away 2 of them. Liberty kept it tight, though, in the first half, as UVA only led by 6 at the break. No worries, though, everyone take a seat. You've been invited to the UVA dunk party. London Barantes connects with Mitchell for the alley-oop. Hoos are up 38-26. The Cavaliers went on a 20-0 run in the second half. Anderson gets scrappy for the offensive rebound here, kicks it to Mitchell. He takes another trip to Dunk City. Cavs are up 44-31. Now it's UVA's Anthony Gill. Whoop, that's 2 of his team-high 13 points. Virginia slams past Liberty 75-53.
You got Joe passing up shots. A good shot.
It's typical that Culpeper running back Marlon Glasgow makes the final hit to protect his quarterback as he airs out the 45-yard touchdown pass.
He's a leader physically, emotionally. He gets us going. He'll break that big play for us.
He'll get the Blue Devils that extra 2 yards for the first down.
He has the best hands. He's the best player I know.
And as Culpeper's safety, he's also the first to pounce on a loose ball.
He comes to work every day. He doesn't complain.
2013 is Glasgow's first year as a Blue Devil as he transferred from Eastern View, and his teammates are happy he's at their line of scrimmage. But their first impression of the powerhouse may surprise you.
I was like, who's this one-arm running back trying to stiff-arm me with the ball?
From Glasgow's style of play, it's easy to overlook that he only has 1 arm. And he's the first to point out that 1 arm is really all you need.
Just keep the ball high and tight and never let it go till the whistle blows.
Due to a birth defect, the two-way Blue Devil has never known life with a left arm.
We treat him like everybody else, and every repetition in the weight room, it's amazing what he can do in the weight room.
Even if I know I don't have a left arm, but still, it doesn't hold me back. So I take it as a gift that I can play at all other sports and everything else, and do everything else that other people can do.
All Glasgow wants is for his gift to radiate through Culpeper's hallways in the years to come.
I'd really be able to see that I was one of Culpeper's greatest players, and that I did something to, put my name out there.
In Culpeper, Mary Dunleavy, NBC29 Sports.